Shalom, call like and love Yahawah, Rawchaa Qadash. Double honor to the others apostles of great millstone, the list on down salutation. So the sincere I came out there doing the work of Yahawah, Shalom. All praises unto Yahawah, Rawchaa Qadash. Double honor unto the others apostles of great millstone, the list on down salutation. So the sincere I came out there doing the work of Yahawah, in spirit and truth, sincerity, right across the four winds, whithersoever Yahawah, our power. Okay, the Heavenly Father, in the name of His only begotten Son, Yahawashi, the name of the Father is Yahawashi. Okay, Rawchaa Qadash, in the name of the Holy Spirit. Alright, because that's how we're going to be able to stand in these last days among the nations, whithersoever our power has scattered us among these nations. Alright, just like we fell, now is the time for us to awake out of sleep. Romans 13. Okay, let's get that. Let's open up with Romans chapter 13. This is the book of Romans chapter 13, verse 11 says, and that knowing the time, now is high time to awake out of sleep. For now is our salvation nearer than we believed. The salvation of the Israelites, or the ones that the Lord and Savior Yahawashi died for, that time that is spoken of the return of the Messiah is right now. Okay, it's nearer than any time ever in history. Okay, it is even at the door, the return of our Lord and Savior Yahawashi. Okay, who came and died for the sins of the nation of Israel, the 12 tribes, which are Esau, Negroes, Hispanics, Native Americans. Okay, this is who Yahawashi died for. Okay, the Messiah. Alright, who the world ignorantly still unto this very day still know him by the name of Jesus. Okay, he only came for the sins of the nation of Israel. Okay, these are the same ones who is coming to return. Okay, upon the second return, he's coming to save the elect of the nation of Israel. Not even the whole nation would ever, it's never going to be saved. But only in the kingdom will they awake, will they come back in their right mind. As the scripture says in Isaiah 61. Let's get this in Isaiah 61. Because you better off awakening right now by the spirit and power of Yahawashi. You better not you better off not resisting the spirit of Yahawashi. Because you don't want to get this thing right, okay, the second time around. You would wish, okay, it would behoove you, okay, to be part of those who want to make it on the first go around. Okay, those who want to obtain, okay, everlasting glorious name. Okay, those who want to be exalted and be joint heirs with Yahawashi. Okay, those who want to be in rulership hand in hand with the Lord and Savior himself upon the second return. Those who want to be, he's going to find them being faithful. Okay, the faithful servant whom the Lord shall find him still doing his work. You want to be of that part, and you can't make yourself of that part by the spirit of Yahawashi. You must be chosen, okay, before the foundation of the earth, okay, before ever the foundation were ever laid, okay, before the chimneys of Zion ever blew. Alright, it says Isaiah. This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 60. This is the book of Isaiah. Let's get this in Isaiah very quick. Oh, here we are. Okay, this is Isaiah chapter 60. Alright. Verse 21 says that people it says Isaiah chapter 16 and verse 21 says that people shall all be righteous. They shall inherit the land forever. Okay, because right now, over time, period of time, we kept on transgressing the laws, statutes and commandments of Yahawashi. Henceforth, these different captivities that we ended up going under. Okay, the Egyptians, okay, the Syrians, okay, all these different nations that we ended up being captives under them, because we kept on rebelling against Yahawashi. That's why we got removed out of our land. Because of that, we started disobeying our Heavenly Father Yahawashi. So that's why it ended up spewing us. Okay, that's why we are among the nations, as it says in our Hosea chapter 8 and 8. Now shall we be among the Gentiles as a vessel when there's no honor. Okay, being swallowed up among these nations, because we discontinued on following the laws, statutes and commandments of our Heavenly Father. Alright, that's why we are now amongst the nations. Alright. it's a vessel where there's no honor, none whatsoever. It says Isaiah chapter 16:21 says that people shall all be righteous. They shall inherit the land forever, the branch of my planting and the work of mine hands. It says that I may be glorified. Because right now the name of Yahawashi is still being profaned. By who? But by the same ones who know they are Israelites. Okay, for instance, basics. These guys who know that the Israelites, mainly guys like IUIC, they know that the Israelites, but they're not calling upon the name of Yahawashi. Okay, they still have what? They're still croaking that evil, covetous name. Okay, these newly gods who created. Okay, still not acknowledging the name of the Father Yahawah. And the name of the mediator Yahawashi. Okay, and that's a big problem for the eyes of Yahawashi. And all of that is punishable unto death. According unto these new gods, whom the Lord says in Exodus 20. Okay, we're not supposed to make no mention of them. Okay, we should only worship Him, only Him, and none else. And that is just part of the problem that we see persisting right now, time and again. Okay. We've been bruised. Okay, Musa ended up chastising us time and again. But every single time, when things got harsh, we say, no, Lord, we're not going to do that again. But time and again, the same thing kept on happening. Okay, that's why the Lord says in Jeremiah, how should I pardon thee for this? Okay, this is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 5. This is Jeremiah chapter 5 and 7. It says, how shall I pardon thee for this? Thy children have forsaken me, and sown by them that are no gods. When I fed them to the full, they committed adultery and assembled themselves by the troops in holy houses. Okay, that's been the persistent problem time and again. Okay, resisting the spirit of Yahawashi time and again. It has been happening. Okay, continuously without ceasing, it has been happening. Okay, that's why the Lord says, look, when judgment comes, it will begin at the house of the Lord. It will not start anywhere else but at the house of the Lord. That's where judgment will come. That's why the Yahawashi said, look, while you still have that light, make sure that you walk in that light. Because a time will come. A time will come, a time of judgment. And when that judgment comes in, it will begin at the house of the Lord. It will not start too far off. So it's going to start with us who know the Israelites. That's where judgment will come. Just like the different levels of chastisements that we're going through daily. Okay, here and now. Okay, the same thing is going to happen when the ultimate the trial of our faith comes in. Okay, the hour of our temptation when it comes in. Okay, what are you going to be presented? Whether you're going to reject on taking. Okay, on submitting to Esau's system, okay, bowing down and taking the RFID chip, which is the mark of the beast, or whether you're going to reject all of that. Okay, that time is going to come. Whether you're going to face with death, or renounce and denounce Yahawashi. These times are coming. We're living in those times of those days of true persecution. Of true persecution. It says, Jeremiah chapter 4 verse 7 says, how shall I pardon thee for this, that children have forsaken me, and sown by them that are no gods? Because there's only one true God, and His name is Yahawah, and His son's name is Yahawashi. There's only one true God, the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, the 12 tribes. And that's going to be known very soon. Let's get that in Isaiah. I will say that. Let's get Isaiah. The book of Isaiah chapter 54, let's get this. This is Isaiah chapter 63 and verse 19. It says, we are thine, and it says Isaiah chapter 63 verse 19, we are thine, thou never sparest rule over them. They were not called by thy name, these nations. Okay, we belong unto Yahawashi. Okay, Deuteronomy 32. This is the book of Deuteronomy chapter 32, and furthermore proves more that the Most High is only dealing with the nation of Israel and none else. He's dealing with the 12 tribes and none else. And it's going to be made manifest when the return of our Lord and Savior Yahawashi, okay, when he cracked those skies, okay, when finally appears, because most people still are under this illusion that the Messiah is not coming back. Okay, Hamashiach Yahawashi is not about to return anytime soon. Okay, but that's far fetched from the truth. He's on his way. Okay, as we speak, okay, the ways have been, it's all been prepared. Alright, it's all been prepared. The ways of we are paving the way for the return of Yahawashi. Okay, not of our own will and our own might, but the Spirit of Yahawashi resting upon His chosen vessels. It has been prophesied, it will happen. Okay, as it has been written in the Scriptures, that's how it's happening. As it has been prophesied, so shall it be. It says Deuteronomy chapter 32, and now verse 8. It says, when the Most High divided to the nations their inheritance, when He separated the sons of Adam, because we all come out of Adam, this whole notion, look man, there's no discrimination, we all come out of this, we all come out of Adam. Guess what we do? Okay, we actually do come out of Adam. But guess what? Even out of Adam, there was a specific chosen line, okay, a specific chosen lineage. That makes no sense that we all come out of Adam excuse. It makes no sense. So, wait a minute. What happened to the Canaanites? Okay, when the Most High made a promise, look, man, the time will come. Okay, that I've given this land, okay, unto you, but not unto these Canaanites. Okay, what happened there to that notion that we all come out of Adam? It didn't seem to work. Okay, when we conquered the Canaanites, okay, that never worked out, didn't it? Okay, it says Deuteronomy chapter 32 verse 8 says, when the Most High divided to the nations, when it divided to the nations their inheritance, because we all made to be different and unique and apart from one another. Okay, that's why we don't believe in the same customs. Okay, that's why we're not praying to the same God. Okay, all these nations, they have their own. That's why we don't pray to the same power. Okay, we the Israelites, we got the ultimate power, the creator of the heavens and the earth. Okay, that's why we got these people, some are worshipping idols, worshipping our ancestors. Okay, people are dead. Some are worshipping wood and stones. Okay, all kinds of madness that's happening. Okay, but there's only one nation which the Most High has revealed Himself unto them. Okay, the ones are the one nation that belongs unto Him. These are the same ones who the Most High has revealed Himself unto them. Alright, it says when the Most High divided to the nations their inheritance, when He separated the sons of Adam, okay, we were said to be different from one apart. Though we all came out of Adam, okay, if you're still standing by that excuse, the Most High divided even among the sons of Adam. He made them, okay, He separated all the sons of Adam. Right? It says He set the bounds of the people. Okay, it says Deuteronomy chapter 32 says He set the bounds of the people according to the number of the children of Israel. Whatever portion which these other nations got, okay, it was in accordance to whatever the Most High gave unto the Israelites. Okay, only then after the Most High giving, okay, the best gift that there is to be possessed, to be given, okay, to a nation. Only after when the Most High blessed the Israelites, then did He give unto these other nations their different portions, okay, their inheritance. Okay, that right there shows you the discrimination from the Heavenly Father Yahawashi. Alright, that shows you the discrimination from Yahawashi. So not all men have been created equal. Okay, we're not all on the same level. Alright. And if you descend from the so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, the 12 tribes, guess what? You should have that mentality that, you know what, I'm better than all these nations. Okay, because that's the same mentality these nations have. Right? That's how they've dealt with us over these years. But right now, the Most High is turning the tables around. Okay, He's switching things up right now. Yahawashi. It has been promised, it has been prophesied, it will happen, it's happening exactly. Okay. As the scripture says in Ecclesiastes, our time and chance happeneth unto all. So you all had your chance. Okay. Just like Esau, you had your blessing. Alright. But your own blessing was your own downfall. Alright. Your own blessing was your own undoing. Alright. And you never knew how to rule yourself and to govern yourselves. Because you never had these laws, statutes, commandments of Yahawashi within you to begin with. Alright, because the gods that you nations you worship are nothing Alright, because the gods that you other nations, you worship are nothing. Okay, they're nothing but idols. Okay, made up, nothing but made up illusions. This is the book of Deuteronomy chapter 4. This is the book of Deuteronomy chapter 4, verse. This is the book of Deuteronomy chapter 4. Start of verse chapter 4, verse 6. It says, "Keep therefore and do them." For studies. This is the book of Deuteronomy chapter 4. Verse 6 says, "Keep therefore and do them, for this is your wisdom and your understanding in the sight of the nations. We shall hear all these statutes and say, surely this is a great nation, is a wise and understanding people." Not only were we innumerable and more in number, but guess what? Because of these laws, statutes, commandments which were given unto us, okay, through the hand of Moses. Okay, the laws, statutes, commandments of Yahawah through the hand of Moses. Okay, not Moses' law, but the law of Yahawah. Okay, not only that, not only were we also a great nation by what has been ordained by Yahawah, but to add on top of that, the law, statutes, commandments of Yahawah made us even greater. Okay, it all supplemented, okay, for the fact that we were a chosen nation. Okay, it was a perfect unit that we were chosen, and guess what? As being chosen, we were even given these laws, statutes, commandments of Yahawah. Okay, above all these other nations, they cannot have that right, those are bragging rights that the Lord gave them, these laws, statutes, commandments. They cannot have that. They do not have those bragging rights because they were never given those laws. Okay, they were never chosen to begin with. Okay, they were never chosen. Right? It says, "For what nation is there so great? Who says who have the Most High so nigh unto them? What other nation is there? What other nation is there that Yahawah so nigh unto them? None. Okay, none. If any of these other nations ever went to half of what we went through, okay, they would have been done. Okay, they would have been finished by now. There would be no other. None of these nations would be still standing here. Okay, if ever they went through what we went through. Okay, exactly how we went through. If Esau went to the kind of hell bullshit that we went through, look, man, Edomites would have been exterminated. Been exterminated by now. Okay, if these Hamites, okay, the real native indigenous people of so-called Africa, so-called Africans, okay, which are the Hamites, if they went through to exactly what we went through as a nation, okay, so-called Hispanics, Native Americans, so-called Negro descendants, if they went through to what we went through as a whole nation, of Israel, they would have disappeared. Okay, they would have gone extinct. Okay, the Ishmaelites would have gone extinct. Okay, the Edomites would have gotten extinct. Moab, okay, Ammon, all of these nations, man. Alright, but not us. We're still standing. Okay, we're still standing by the graces and power of Yahawah. Malachi the 3rd chapter. That's why we're not being consumed, because the Most High, our power, Yahawah, He's a consistent power. Okay, He does not change. That's why we're still standing until this very day. Alright, it says Deuteronomy chapter 4 verse 7 says, "For what nation is there so great, who have the Most High so nigh unto them? That's the Lord our power, Yahawah Shai, as in all things that we call upon Him for, in all things." Okay, going back to the book of James, the 1st chapter, without wavering, don't think you're going to receive anything unto Yahawah Shai. Okay, you better believe. Hebrews 11, you better believe. And that's just the problem, okay, that has been persisting over the years. Let's get to Ecclesiastes 1. Let's get this in the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 1. This is Ecclesiastes chapter 1. Book of Ecclesiastes chapter 1 verse 8. It's right here. Ecclesiastes chapter 1 verse 9 says, the thing that hath been is that which shall be, and that which is done is that which shall be done. There's no new thing under the sun. The same faithlessness that was, the same level of incredulity that we saw back then in the wilderness, okay? Just like when Moses tried to have Jacob, okay? They start talking nonsense, man. Okay, who made you Lord over us? Okay, all kind of nonsense. The same rebellious spirit that has been, okay, among the Israelites, among the 12 tribes. The same thing is still happening today. Like I read Jeremiah 5 and 7. Okay, Moses said, look, man, how will I pardon you for this? Okay, gathering yourself by the troop in the hallowed houses in these different so-called churches out there. These are not churches, man. These are nothing but hallowed houses, man. Okay, that's what they are. All kinds of illusions are in there. Okay, but it's all by the Spirit of Yahawashi. Those he has rejected, so that they could be damned into believing in lies. Let's get that in Thessalonians. All right, this 2 Thessalonians. It's the 2 Thessalonians chapter 2. Verse 11, it says, and for this cause the Most High shall send them strong delusion, that they should believe a lie. There's a strong delusion right there. Okay. Just like when you read the Willie Lynch there to speak about the multiplicity of illusions, all these different philosophies, all these different wayward doctrines, these precepts of man, the teachings of man, okay, of which the Spirit of Yahawashi does not promote, nor teach. It is all foolishness. It is going to be an absolute proven fact. Okay, listen to the book of Jeremiah 28 and 8. Let's get that in Jeremiah 28 and 28 very quick. Okay, we start Jeremiah chapter 28. Because this is the confidence that we have in the Lord. Okay, the word of Yahawashi shall stand short. Whatever purpose, different levels of purposes which man has, but the word of the Lord is going to be proven to be faithful, and all of these prophets are going to be found to be faithful at the end of the day. This is Jeremiah chapter 28 verse 8. It says, the prophets that have been before me and before thee of old are prophesied both against many countries and against great kingdoms, okay, of war and of evil and of pestilence. So this is giving you the different levels of characteristics. Okay, part of the things which the prophets have been known for, have been characterized of doing. The same thing with the prophets in the last days. Okay, 2019, the year of Karagma, what the true prophets of the Lord are going to be doing. Okay, we're going to be bringing nothing but bad news, okay, for the multitude. Okay, but only good news and comfort unto those who are going to listen and take heed unto the warning. Those who are going to amend their ways and seek the face of Yahawashi. As the scripture says in Haggai, the 1st chapter. Consider your ways. And so those who are going to be considering their ways, okay, whether are their ways and their thoughts in line with the Holy Scriptures, as being Israelites, whether are we truly serving our power? Have we returned unto our power? Are we seeking Him 10 times more? As we have went astray? And it's just a part of the problem. It is all going to be rectified very soon. Mass death and destruction. It's all going to be rectified. Alright? It says the prophet, Jeremiah chapter 28 verse 9, says the prophet which prophesied of peace, when the word of the prophet shall come to pass, then shall the prophet be known that the Lord have truly sent him. Because all these guys who are busy out there preaching prosperity, peace, unity, or you're gonna prosper, the Most High is gonna bless you, highly favored, all kind of nonsense. Look, man, we're gonna see at the end of the day, okay? Because we see, like, those who have eyes to see, they can see. Right? They're able to understand and to receive. Those who have been able to receive sight, okay? They're able to see that, look, this place is all going down. It's all circling in the drains. Okay, there's no recovering none whatsoever. The economy is gonna crash. Right? There's nothing but famine that's coming on the way. Right? The Most High does not have good purposes for this place, for the entire world as we know it. Okay, the Most High, He's against this modern day society. All these nations, the Most High look, man, he has reserved his anger unto all you nations. And that's all going to be revealed very soon. All right? To the utmost shock of the multitude, the most people are going to be shocked. Okay, when all hell breaks loose. Okay, when famine of the word comes in. Okay, but all of you scoffers out there who are busy on the channels. Okay, with all these different silly comments. Okay, when the famine of the word finally hits, a lot of you, man, you want to start regretting in that day. But you would have already sealed your own destruction by that time. Right? You want to start contemplating men. Where these men, it seems like these men were speaking the truth. What were they saying? What were they saying? How do I get out of this situation? But you're going to be stuck in that day. You're going to be stuck. Okay, you Israelites, you so-called Negroes, Hispanics, Native Americans, your descendants, you're going to be stuck in that day. Okay, that's why the Lord said, look, man, don't worry about these guys, man. These silly faces which they make, don't be concerned about them. Okay, don't be concerned about them. Because I already know what's going to happen to them. They're going to be blinded until the cities be wasted. Okay. Until destruction consume, okay, this society. Then will they open their eyes, but guess what? They're going to be faced with death. They're going to be faced with death, and there's going to be none to deliver them. There's going to be none to deliver you Israelites. 2/3 of you so-called Negroes, Hispanics, Native Americans, and your descendants among these nations. There's going to be nothing to save you. There will be no protection for you. Okay, there's not going to be any form of hedge, okay, to save you from these upcoming calamities. Famine. There will be no protection against you, okay, for you against famine. There will be no protection for you, okay, against the sword. There will be no protection for you against what? Against these different concentration camps. There will be no protection, okay, for you against what? Against pestilences. Okay, there will be no protection for you against the teeth of wild beasts. Okay, because the Most High has he has reserved judgment to those who are disobedient unto him. Okay, that's why you better off listening right now, taking heed unto the warning from the servants of Yahawashi. And it's only for the elect anyway. It says that Jeremiah chapter 28, verse 9 says, the prophet which shall prophesy of peace. When the word of the prophet shall come to pass, then shall the prophet be known that the Lord of truth sent him. Even before that, all of that happens, when all is going to be manifest, okay, for all all you disbelievers, all the signs have been shown of Yahawashi. First of all, the true servant of the Lord, okay, they're going to be hated. They hated Yahawashi when he walked the earth. They hated Yahawashi when he walked the earth. Okay, the war was against Yahawashi, and all these disciples, all these children are disciplined. The same thing is happening right now to us, the Israelites, right now. Okay, Jesus now is carrying things out. Okay, he's now getting ready to put us on blast, okay, on mainstream media. But guess what? That will not scare the elect. Okay, the elect will not be fazed by all of that. Okay, if anything, man, that's going to pump you up even more. Okay. These are the times that we'll be looking so forward to. Okay, the end of the times, the beginning of a new beginning. Okay, the beginning of a fresh start. The kingdom of heaven to be established on earth. All right, back to 2 Thessalonians chapter 2 and now verse 11. This is 2 Thessalonians chapter 2 verse 11. It says, and for this cause shall the Most High. Instead of verse 10, this is 2 Thessalonians chapter 2 verse 10 says, and with all deceitfulness of unrighteousness in them that perish, because they perceive not the love of the truth. Because this is the truth that we're bringing you right now. Okay, and part of the truth, one of the basic fundamentals of the truth is what? Because you got to know your power. Okay, the God that you worship, you must know him. You must know his name and the name of his son. Proverbs chapter 30. What is his name? What is his son's name? Let's get this. What is it? So Proverbs chapter 30 verse 4 says, who have ascended up into heaven or descended? Who have gathered the wind in his fist? Who have bound the winds? Who have bound the waters in the garment? Who have established all the end of the earth? What is his name? What is his son's name? If thou canst tell, if you can tell, because not many wives have been chosen. Just like Yahawashi said, look, man, I thank thee, your Father. Okay, this is coming from the mouth of the Messiah himself, Yahawashi himself speaking. Let's get this. It's Luke chapter 13. So Luke chapter 13. It's like this is what the Messiah said. Okay, so you Yahawashi, when he came here, okay, he knew who he came for. But he never came for the great multitude. He only came for about few men, few righteous men. Just like when you read 1 John, and when he said, look, man, when he saw Nathanael, he said, well, behold, an Israelite indeed. Okay, this is who Yahawashi is going to return for. Those who are truly Israelites indeed. Okay, not outwardly, but also inwardly. Inwardly. Okay, beginning with what? Being an Israelite inwardly. Okay, serving Yahawashi in truth and sincerity. It's Matthew chapter 13. This is Matthew chapter 13, verse 10 says, when the disciples came and said unto him, why speakest thou unto them in parables? Okay. It was what when Yahawashi, he never said everything so that each and every person could hear and could understand. No, man, he was when he spake, okay, amongst all these different multitude which followed him, he was only speaking unto the very few, select few, the cream de la crop. Okay, these are the same ones who his blood covers for the first time around when he comes for his second return. These ones are who going to be protected in that day. Okay, these are the same ones when he said in John. Let's get this in John's. Let's get this in John very quick. It's John. It's John. All right. Let's get this in John very quick, okay? Because these are the same ones which the Messiah, when he came around, okay, he prayed for them. Just like he said, look, man, I thank your Father, okay, because out of the mouth of babes, okay, you have revealed these things. Okay, not unto many have you revealed these things. Because when he came, he never came for the whole entire nation to be saved, but he only came for what? Ultimately, yeah, his sins covered the whole nation. All right? They're all going to be covered. All sins are going to be forgiven. All transgressions, all things. Okay, the old things are going to what? Are going to be all in the past. But upon his return, those would have listened, okay, unto Yahawashi through his servants, the prophets. These are the same ones who are going to be saved. If you fail, okay, if you would have failed to do that upon his return, you're not going to receive salvation. All right? So St. John chapter 7. Let's get that in St. John chapter 7. Alright. Let's get that. Let's get that St. John chapter 7. What it says, St. John chapter 7 verse 4 says for there is no man that doeth anything in St. John chapter 7. St. John chapter 7 verse 7 says, the world cannot hate you, but me it hateth, because I testify of it. Says, for I tested, because I testify of it, that the works thereof is evil. If the works of the world back then was evil, and Yahawashi confessed how evil and wicked the world was back then, how much more in our lifetime? Because you can just imagine half look, man, more than half of the things which were back then when Yahawashi walked the earth, okay, alongside with his disciples, okay, a lot of things which are happening now were not happening, man. So how much more wicked this place is? Okay, that shows you how much more the society is already being condemned. Okay, and it's going to continue being condemned, okay, by the servants of the Lord. Okay, the servants, the prophets of Yahawashi are going to keep relentlessly without ceasing. They're going to be condemning the society. Okay, if the war was that bad, even Yahawashi out of his own mouth said, look, I confess this, I testify and I bear witness to this, the wickedness of this place back then. How much more now is it now? Okay, that's why it says in Timothy, but evil men, okay, and seducers, they shall all wax worse and worse. Okay, deceiving and being deceived. So things actually have gotten worse. That's why the Lord will give an increase, okay, upon that portion of our faith. Okay, that's why the disciples were praying, they're like, look, Yahawashi, Lord, Yahawashi, increase our faith. Okay, so faith has been increased right now. You can only just imagine what would have happened now. Okay, what would have happened if way back then, if the spirit was on the same level, okay, on the prophets back then, if it was on the same level as it is right now, look, man, things will be even worse right now. Okay, on the men of the Lord. But the Most High man, he's merciful unto his creation, unto the creature. Okay, because he knows his workmanship. He knows his workmanship. Let me just try to get that real quick. I believe in somewhere in Psalms. Alright. That's why it says in Corinthians, the Most High is not unrighteous. Okay, let's get this very quick. Okay. It's a wisdom of Solomon. It's Ecclesiasticus chapter 17 verse 21 says, but the Lord being gracious and knowing his workmanship, neither left nor forsook them, but spared them. Alright. Because the Most High is what he's highly merciful. Alright. He remembered that we about ashes. Alright. That's why there's no need for us to be all proud. Alright? This is why there's no need for us to be proud. That's why the Most High is what is giving the increase of that spirit right now. Alright? That's why we're able to stand upon our watch right now in the last days. Alright? Because it's been ordained by Yahawashi, his purpose will stand sure. Alright, let's get that in Wisdom of Solomon chapter 5. Alright, this is the Wisdom of Solomon. Okay, that's why we're able to stand right now. Alright, this is the Wisdom of Solomon chapter 5. So Wisdom of Solomon chapter 5 and 1 says, then shall the righteous man stand up in great boldness before the face of such as afflicted him, and made no account of his labors. That's why we're able to stand upon our watch right now, with great boldness before the face of such as have afflicted us, and we're still being afflicted right now among these nations. Okay, we're still receiving the chastisement among these nations. Alright, that continual stroke, we're still feeling it right now. Okay. Those little bits of the cup of the Lord's indignation, we're still feeling it. Or the after effects, amen. We're still feeling it by the graces of Yahawashi. We're able to stand. Okay, we're not bugging out. Okay, that the Most High keep that spirit on us. Okay, that we continue until the fight. Okay, until the end. To keep on professing the wickedness of this person. Okay. And say, look, man, Yahawashi is justified, okay, for the levels of judgment which he has planned, he has devised against the society. The Most High is justified. Okay, you better believe that. Just like the Most High was justified when he brought the flood upon the world, he was justified. The same thing, the Most High is justified for the fire he's about to bring right now. World War III, famine, pestilences. The Most High, he will be justified this time around. Okay, because of the level of wickedness that's happening right now. And people are not even concerned about all of that. They think everything is all perfect. Okay, meanwhile, everything has been turned upside down. All kind of madness, all kind of follies has been happening. And people still think this is all normal. There's nothing normal about this world. There's nothing normal about this world. Okay, folly has been said in great dignity for way too fucking too long. Alright? And the worst of all, you Israelites, you don't see that. Okay? You don't see all of that. Okay, this is Corinthians. This is Corinthians. Let's get this in Corinthians. 1 Corinthians. Let's get this in Corinthians very quick. All right. First Corinthians. Let's get this in 1 Corinthians to finish up our point. Let's have 1 Corinthians. Alright, so 1 Corinthians chapter 10 and now verse instead of verse 12 says, wherefore let him that thinketh he standeth take heed lest he fall. That's why we want to be consistently, okay, looking left, right, and center. Whether are we still have our eyes single? Are we still minding the things which are of Yahawashi? Because that's what the main thing which matters. That's why Yahawashi said, look, at the end of the day, when the Son of Man returns, shall he find faith on earth? Because Yahawashi already seen what's, okay, the glimpse of whatever the Most I've showed Yahawashi. He already showed him what's going to be happening in those days when the Son of Man returns. Shall he find faith? Because this land is barren of faith. Okay, people don't believe in Yahawashi as the scriptures have said. Okay, that's why you Israelites, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, you still dry. Okay, you still remain as being dry bones. Some of you, okay, you got some skin, all right, but you don't have that breath within you because you don't believe in Yahawashi as the scriptures have said. The rivers of living waters are not flowing within you. All right? The Most High has not given, okay, Yahawashi unto me. He has not revealed Yahawashi unto me. He has not done that unto men. But don't worry, Proverbs 19 says what? The king's mercy will cover the whole heavens of Judah. Don't worry, man. It's all going to be forgiven by the blood of Yahawashi. It's all going to be forgiven. Don't worry. But guess what? It's going to take by pain and by death in order for you to get all of that. Alright? So 1 Corinthians chapter 10, right, verse 13 it says, 1 Corinthians chapter 10, verse 13, there have no temptation take you but such as common to man, but the Most High is faithful, who will not suffer you to be tempted above that ye able, but will with the temptation also make a way to escape that ye may be able to bear it. Okay, going back to what I've been saying, okay, alluding to earlier on about what the increase of that portion of faith. That's why we're able to stand up on our watch right now. Okay, standing in great boldness before these nations who have relentlessly have had us previously under these different captivities. Okay, we serve them. And hell, we're still serving them unto this very day. That's why we're able to stand up on our watch, because the Most High is merciful. He's making a way whereby we can escape this world. Okay, flee the shadow of this world. Second adverse goes into us says, man, look, man, flee the shadow of this world. Because the Most High has prepared something way better for us, man. This is not our place. This is not our rest. It's JAMAICA. Alright, it's the book of Micah. No, Or if I go to Micah, let's get Psalms. Alright, let's get this very Psalm. If I go to Micah. This is Psalms 107. Alright. This is Psalms 107, verse 1. It says, oh, give thanks unto the Lord Yahawah for he is good. Alright. It says, for his mercy endureth forever. It says, let the redeemed of the Lord say so, whom he have redeemed from the hand of the enemy. Okay, because the main enemy whose clutches we're gonna be redeemed from out of is Esau, Edom. Okay, the modern day Egyptians, the modern day Assyrians. Okay, the rod of the Most High's anger. This is who the Most High has used. Okay, in his present world, eon. Okay, who the Most High has chosen. Okay.